Hello everyone, Jason here, and today we're doing a Let's Build. But today is going to be a bit different. Now, as I've observed from some of my previous Let's Build videos, they've been incredibly successful, but after the first video, the views just dropped. So I think it's something to do with, the fact that I'm building it as we do it, and, I can't just record my voice over some fast-forwarded footage of, me building, I'm not some sort of techno wizard. I ain't no tech spell punk. So what I'm going to show you guys is some stuff I've done already. Now this is an adventure map based on the movie Sleepy Hollow. It's a horror movie, a gothic horror movie. It has Johnny Depp in, and I believe it's directed by Tim Burton. And yeah, the idea behind this was I saw it last night and it really was amazing. That's all I can say. So I think it's only fair that I take you lot on a lovely tour. But first, let me just get my map out. I think. Actually, tell you what, it is more scenic at night. Yeah, I was just gonna think maybe I should sleep through day, but nah. So first we have the West Woods. Now I put this next to the map on accidentally. However, I believe it does create an effect. The trees, I've made enough for the forest so that it isn't. Oh, don't worry. I might put this on peaceful, just because of monsters. Uh, yeah, that kind of thing. But also, I made the trees so that there were enough to cover a whole mass of land so that people wouldn't be able to see the two important things. One of the important things with this was the witch's hut that the stepmother's sister lives in, and the detective visits. I tried to do it, and I did this all off memory, by the way. So I noticed that it was kind of partially made of dirt. There was some stone. There was a bit of, vinage there. So that's why I did it. Some ender chests, give it a bit of a mysterious feel. And there's that wooden table where that woman went possessed or something. That fireplace, I tried to have it so the smoke would rise out the top, like in the movie. I don't know if you noticed that, sorry. So instead I had a big fire pit at the top. You can't really see the fire from down here, but you can see the smoke, which is quite a good effect, I think. And along here you have the horseman's tree, the headless horseman's tree. It's being a bit dominated by creepers. This is his grave, dug up. I tried to do some sort of effect for a body, but I couldn't. Oh well. Oh well, Mr. Creeper. Oh, he nodded at me. How very polite of you, sir. For the tree, I didn't quite manage to get the stretching roots. Maybe that's something I'll improve next time. Oh, skeleton, gather the tree. You're not a horse, man. Get down, you bugger. I tried to get it so it was as twisted as possible. I used spruce wood, which is fairly dark, because I noticed the tree was a bit dead looking. Inside there is going to be the Headless Horseman player's spawn point, where he's going to come from. Yeah, and I'll probably have for his horse. I'll have a pig, and I'll maybe give it a swiftness potion. Okay, so the forest aside, there was one more thing, and this was something that my dad pointed out. What about that girl's cottage house thingamajig? And I realised it, and I thought, oh, I don't want to put it in the woods, because that would just be too close to where the horseman spawns. So what I did was I had it just outside. It's a rural bit. I bone mealed the ground around it and removed all the flowers. So for the cottage, I decided to make it look like a ruined with some random cobblestone structures, making it look like a door. A double door could have been here, and this could have been like kind of like the lot, like the part of the side near the fireplace. The fireplace was quite an important part because there was an archer statue, I believe. I don't know if I could replicate that. There's a bit of crumbled decay. The obsidian here is representing like blackened parts of cobblestone because they have a similar texture. They have a similar pattern on them, but a different tone. So the obsidian looks more like burnt, if that makes any sense. Also, a bit of parkour in case you get bored. That's always nice. I like adding parkour into adventure maps. It makes things so much fun. So that's the kind of like wild area that I've got so far. So next order of business is the town. Now the town, I have to admit, I've not got a perfect memory of the town. I do remember I had a river running through it, but I decided to end it here with a pond. I only then realised that there was no river here. However, there was a river here. There was a very confusing thing about the location of the church, which is not finished quite yet. I might show you guys that when it's done. So what I did is I noticed there were two bridges. There was the stone one, from the scene where that guy who shouldn't have been killed, just before he got killed, he went to go and fight the horseman. He went along this bridge. Now I didn't. It's not the bridge isn't in any of the scene. But I thought I should include it because it is in the movie, and I want to stay as true to the movie as possible. However, there's no complete overview of the entire town of Sleepy Hollows. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. I am doing this off memory and a bit of imagination. Here's the Cavern Bridge, and first thing when I watched the movie was I thought for some reason Headless Horseman could not cross this kind of bridge, and but it turns out they can. Well, oh well. So I used a very dark textures near the bottom for the Cavern Bridge, but very light on top. I think the two like types do contrast each other quite nicely. And I have a river. It's kind of like snakes. It never changes in width, though it does snake in and out of it. If you get what I'm saying. And with the pond thing, I decided to give it like an unkept feel to it. So it looks a little something like this. Okay, so there is a few orders of business left. As you can see, the church is not nearly finished. We'll look inside there, have a proper look when it actually looks decent. But yeah, and this pond bit, it looks fine to me. Oh, dude, I just squashed that. Oh, sugar, I'm clumsy. Dear me. Let's just do this. Wheat, there we go. Lovely, excellent. I added a few lily pads to make it feel like that, give it that unkept swamp kind of feel. I mean, that is what Sleepy Hollows is about. It kind of gives that unkept, dark, mysterious, kind of like abandoned, rural feel to it. It's all at once. And I'm really proud of what I've done so far, but there's obviously a lot of work to be done here. An insane amount of work needs to be done. I need to work on the roads, the hills. Oh gosh, the mansion is going to be a nightmare. Ugh. Oh, just thinking about it is giving me a headache. Oh my gosh. But seriously, I hope you guys will enjoy the map when it's finished. I'll be playing it with a few friends, probably sometime around Halloween. I've got to start on it now because I feel like this is going to take a lot of work, and I want to show you guys it because I miss doing the Let's Build, and they got me a lot of views. We're doing it again, but we're doing it a little differently. So thank you for watching, everybody. My name has been Jason Paul McDermott, and if you haven't already, please do check out the Sleepy Hollows movie. It's got Johnny Depp in from like Pirates of the Caribbean, and Tim Burton, who's quite a famous director. So you know, it is very good. It's a very thrilling story. It's not your typical horror movie, not your run-up-the-mill American, a bunch of teenage idiots at a party kind of horror movie. It's some real gothic stuff. Very good, very cool. Obviously, a lot of work to be done, but I will see you guys on the next episode, where I will hopefully have done a little more on Sleepy Hollows. But for now, thank you for watching, and goodbye.